Oh. Is this going? Oh. Sorry, this is my first time or second time trying to do this. Let's see. Sorry, this is my first time or second time trying to do this. Let's see. Sorry, this is my first time or second time trying to do this. Let's see. see. And let's see. And here is the link. Here is the link. All right. So let's end this thing. Gotta mute myself over here. All right. Hi, my name is Spencer, and I have been an animator for a long time. I have been working with studios for the last 8 years or so. I live out in Utah, and I have figured that I need to be online more and trying to get to know the animation communities in order to make connections, because I'm nowhere near California. And so part of what I've been doing the last while, part of my networking has been going on Discord, finding different communities and hanging out in there and making friends and sharing art. And then I have come up with a list of 5 communities that I think that would benefit all animators, whatever level you're at. You could jump in and join these communities. Today I'm going to talk about how to join them, how to navigate Discord if this is your first time, and then what you can expect out of each of these channels. They all serve a slightly different purpose, and this one at the end is huge value. So I suggest sticking around so you can. Because if I was going to pick any one of these to be the one that I would join, it would be this one that I'm going to share at the end. So let's just hop in. I'm going to open up Discord now. So to give it a second. So this is Discord, and you can see I've got dozens of channels, but going to close all of these and get to just the ones that I want to share today, which are these top 5. So the first one is this Lightbox Expo. This is a Lightbox Expo. If you haven't heard of it, this is one of the biggest animation expos, at least in the States, and they do free events on their Discord server all the time. They have, if you look up here at the top, it says 11 events that are on their calendar. So you can go in here and see what they've done. I've gone to a couple that were recruiters from Sony and from DreamWorks. They came and did talks to help people know what they should put in their portfolios. And they also do art jams, like all kinds of things, truth or draw. There's always people in here. You can see even right now, there's people in a game server So if you want to just uh, be in a server to make friends in the community, get to know people, um, and share art, this is the more general one out of the five. There's a ton of people in it too, and let's see if I can see. I'm gonna look on my phone so I can give you the number of how many people are actually in this server right now, but it's a ton. 34,357 members in this server. So really how you would get around, like how you would stand out in a server this big, is just being active a lot. And if you go to an event and you meet one of the recruiters at a studio or something, then you would, whatever notes you get, you always just want to do those notes and make sure that you follow up. Follow up is key to any networking type experience. So this is the first one, and there's a lot in here. Lots of you can kind of get lost. There's in any of these Discord servers, there's going to be a lot of these channels that all have, like, they highlight if there's notifications. What I do, just because I have this on my phone and my computer, and I'm always getting notifications pinging all day, and it drives me crazy. What I will do is take the notification settings and set this to only mentions. That way, if they say like at everyone, then I'll see that, or if they say my username, for example. But then I turn everything else off, and that's how I handle it. And then over here on the side, I'll also mute the server so that it's not actually pinging me. And so I'll just say until I turn it back on, because I don't need to hear all the Discord noises all the time. And there's probably other ways to do this. This is just the two settings that I always do in a server so that I'm just not constantly getting notified. You'll still get this where it'll tell you if there's messages there, and you don't have to read these. You can go in here and be part of the conversation, but you don't have to. So next, let's go to this next one. I'm going to talk a little bit more about etiquette in these channels as I go, but just kind of want to get through a couple of these first. So the second channel is the SLC Blender user group. So if you are a Blender user or you want to learn Blender, this is a really interesting group. Let me check how many people are in here. It's relatively small. It has 434 members, and 128 of them are online. So that's a quarter of them. You can see right there. Or more like a third of them almost. So the people in here are pretty active. This is a pretty active server for how small it is. It actually started out in Salt Lake City, Utah. That's why it's called SLC. But the group is worldwide. There's people all over the country, all over the world that are just trying to learn Blender. And the hosts or moderators in the group, they've been using Blender for decades. Like the collective knowledge between the guys that run this is crazy, and they can answer pretty much any question you have on Blender or tell you how to find the answer. So when I was a kid, I taught myself Blender and had to dig through forums, and YouTube wasn't really a thing yet. And so a community like this would have skyrocketed how fast I could have taught myself Blender. And they have events twice a month. So here, it's I believe, second Saturday of the month and the fourth Thursday of the month. So kind of random days, but they're consistent. They always do them, and except maybe if it like falls on Thanksgiving or something. But for the most part, this schedule is very consistent, and they do it, and the events last a couple hours. Like it's not just a a hop on and off thing. How the events work here is they do an introduction with everybody on the call, and it's usually maybe a dozen people. Like every time I've jumped on, there's been maybe around a dozen people. But we could change that. Like if enough of you jump on and actually use this as a resource, I think it'd be great, and give them more people in the group. How it worked is you jump in, share a little bit about yourself, what projects you've been doing in Blender, and then they have you. They kind of go around the room and see if anybody has something they want to share, like projects they've worked on in the last couple weeks, last month. And while you're going around doing this share and tell bit, then they also open it up for people to give feedback if you want feedback. Or it was kind of funny. The first time I jumped on, I haven't used Blender very much lately. I've been primarily a Maya user, and these guys jumped in and they all put their detective hats on and helped me troubleshoot this issue I was having trying to set up some lighting in my scene. And I don't know, it was a really fun experience. All these people that I just met, and they're all so interested in just helping out. And yeah, so this is a great resource if you want to learn Blender. So in any of these, one of the things I wanted to say about the etiquette of being in Discord servers is sometimes I'll see somebody post a question and they'll post it to every channel because they don't know what channel they're supposed to post it in. And that is really kind of annoying to everybody in the channel, everybody in the server. This is called a server. The community is the server, and these are the channels. So I don't know. I confuse what I'm saying sometimes, but this is what I mean. So most of these servers have specific channels for what the topic, like what the conversation is about. And it's like they have a specific place for you to share the work that you make. People are sharing their own art and processes and things. Or in the general chat, you can generally talk about anything, share what you're working on, ask questions. But then there's also like the help, where you can make specific threads, right? So every server has their own list of channels that you can kind of dig through and find the ones. I usually, when I'm in these servers, I end up just paying attention to a couple of the channels because the other ones don't really apply to me, and I don't need that information. So I'll just like right click on it and say mark as read, and then it'll get rid of that. Or you can click on the whole server, like this one. See how it has the white dot on the edge? I can right click on that and say that is marked as read. And now all of the channels in there calm down. Like the white notifications go away. So let's just mark that as read as we go. So that brings us to server number 3. This is Club Squamashi. This is my server, and I want to explain why I'm putting this here. I have a goal of helping, like, I create free Maya tutorials. So the last one was Blender, and this is for Maya. And I'm in the middle of kind of rebranding this a little bit. I'm developing a animated series, Popcorn the Cockatoo, and this group was originally going to be where I was going to share like behind the scenes and update like the vlog type stuff as I'm going, and it still is, but I'm changing it to just be more generic because I think I can help more people by making it more generic and talking about animation and sharing animation resources. I created a calendar of events that if you come to this events channel here, you can get to this calendar link, which, let me show you. All right, so I opened it up here. So I've put the events from these servers on here. Not all of them. Like I haven't put it all. The Lightbox Expo server has a ton. That when there's ones that have like recruiters coming and stuff, I'll put those on the calendar. But for now, this is just me managing this, and I am just updating it with the regular events that happen. So we've got the Blender. What is this? What? So let's see, what day is it? The 28th. So today we had some events. There's gonna be more events on Friday, and so yeah, there's the Blender user group. If I do live streams, I'll also put them on here to just to share tips and resources. So let's close that. So I'm going to share in this video in the description this live stream. I'm going to share how to get to this server. I don't really want to put invite links to all the servers out there just in the public, because a lot of bots seem to be roaming the internet, and then we get random spammy stuff. So I'm going to put the link to mine and try to moderate mine and keep it clean. And then in mine, you can go in and I'll put all the links to the servers in, where should we put it? General? No. We should probably make a new channel. Let's just create a new channel and call this resources. So I'm going to put the links to all of the Discords that I'm talking about in here. So that you should join if you want to be an animator. All right, so we have, I'm going to post them, but first let's go through the next one. So we did the Lightbox Expo already, and they're more generic and have events for art and animation, recruiting, art jams. This is the one with the most networking possibility. Like there's industry, people from all over the industry are in this one, and you make connections in there, and you're gonna this is where I would sit if you are looking for connections, like just a lot of connections, and to be seen. The Blender user group is where I would go if you want to learn Blender. Club Squamashi, this I am trying to help teach Maya. So I go over like rigging and animating and modeling, and I'm getting ready to start posting a lot more regularly, and I want to do these live streams pretty regularly. So the next one, we're going to talk about this animation help. This is Gogan, Tyler Gogan. He's actually a friend of mine. I met him through his server about a year ago. And his server is a really nice community that are all just here to help each other. It started out with him just offering his time for free, giving shot feedback to people if they wanted to post their animation. You can still do that. It's this review requests if you have an animation you want to get reviewed. There's a lot of people in here, not just Gogan, who can review it for you. The best way to post your work in here is to post a link to Sync Sketch. because then people can hop in to your sync sketch link and give you notes. So that is very useful. There's also Gauguin also posts tutorials. I hang out in his channel as well in this technical animation section usually. I'm a rigger and an animator, and so this is where I'll go to help out and give back to his community. So I helped him rig a couple of rigs. Let's see, Gauguin's rigs. So like these Mario characters, I rigged these for him. He had somebody else model them, and then I rigged them. And if you go and join his Discord server, you can have access to this ball. You can make the tail disappear. It's a squashy, stretchy Mario ball, and a ball with legs with the tail. So this group, what Gauguin's tutorials are usually on are animation. So if you are wanting to get better at animating and you're at the beginning and need some animation exercises, his YouTube channel and his Discord server are great for that. And the community in general, it's a little bit quiet, but people do offer help, and you can usually get help and advice. And you get some free rigs if you join. So that's cool. All right. The last server that I want to talk about is this open door. Well, a little bit more about. So Gauguin is an animator at Squanch Games. And yeah, you can go meet him and have a connection to the games world that way. So open door animation dailies. This one, let's see. Let's go to general for now. So this Discord server, this is the one Discord server that I would join if I was only going to join one. And I didn't give you the number on. I'm just going to say these numbers so that you can see if they actually grow after. So animation help, Gauguin's animation help server currently has 2,392 members. The open door animation dailies server has 1,169. This is a pretty new server. I think he started it last November or October. I joined it around November, I think. But this is started by a guy named Lino DeSalvo, and he is a Disney supervising animator and a director. He started out on Tangled as I don't know the whole history. It's foggy, but he animated on Tangled, and then he ended up being a supervising animator on Frozen, and now he animated on other things. He's even the voice of a pigeon on Bolt, I believe. And right now he is building his own animated movie that he's directing. And he's working with a company in France to get that done. And all of this stuff is public. So it's this called Twisted. It's a movie that's under production in France right now. And so what he does in this server, this is really cool. He has 3 events each week, usually. The figure drawing events are hosted by some other members in the group. But what Lino does is on, Tuesdays. This is the main event, the open door animation dailies. So he has a sync sketch link that you can post your work to, and then he runs a dailies session with everybody's shots. So he goes through live, giving you feedback, and will break down your shot, give you advice, tips, and it's always very interesting. Even if you don't put a shot in, just seeing the feedback that he gives others. This is a real Disney level animation director giving this feedback. So it's very, very cool. Next, on Wednesdays, every Wednesday, he does reel reviews. So if you want to get your demo reel review, he does the same thing, same format, where he does it on Sync Sketch. You post your reel, and then he'll go in and give you feedback on your reel. So that's really cool. And then lastly, on Fridays, he does a Q&A session where you just can hop in and ask him anything. So you can, people's questions usually have to do with his show or with like animation pipelines. But yeah, so that's just these three things, these three events that he does, I find super valuable. And being able to talk with an actual industry veteran that has worked at Disney and is directing his own movie. He's like really cool guy, and why he would not very many people in his situation, his level are doing this kind of thing, and he's doing it all for free right now. And he is trying to keep it that way, always be free. And so yeah, I would jump in while he still has a relatively small following. Right now is the time when I would say you can get the most value out of it, because he can actually give you quality one-on-one feedback on your work. So anyway, let me go look at my list of things I wanted to talk about. But that was the main bulk of it. Just keep seeing like one or two people hopping on and off. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. I'm just checking what I said. I said we're gonna talk about the 5 Discord servers, which we went over, how to join them. So right now I'm gonna go through and post the links to join these Discord servers. So this one, and if you're just hopping on, I'll kind of explain these as I'm going. This one is my server, and I know it's kind of cheating putting this in the list, but this is where I'm going to be sharing animation resources like this, and I'll do streams, like try to do a live stream. I'm trying to set it up so I can do it weekly. So I'll share tips and tricks and how to get around and be an animator. So let's see, invite people. I'm just going to put an infinite, let's see, why is it like this? Edit invite link. Expire never. Generate link. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in the chat here, and I'm gonna also put it in the description of this video for anybody who gets it later. So now in the next group, in the Club Squamashi server, in the resources tab, this is where I'm gonna post the rest of the links. So if you join mine that I just posted in the chat, then I'm gonna put the rest of the links right here, just because I don't want to post all the links publicly so that they don't get attacked by bots. So this Lightbox one, this is the actual Lightbox Expo Discord server, and they just run free animation events all the time, every day, and there's always people in here. This is the one that you would join if you want to network with people and make friends, possibly get a job. They have events here where recruiters come and talk about how to apply at their studios and what they're looking for. So yeah, very high value, high level stuff. So gonna edit. Can I make a well, these might expire, so it doesn't look like it would let me edit it. Lightbox Expo. Discord server. Let's post them one at a time. The next one is the SLC Blender user group. This is the one that, this is a group of guys that put together this group so that they could all teach Blender and just geek out about Blender. And it's really cool. They have events twice a month where they will answer your questions, help you. If they don't know the answer, they know where to get it, and they know somebody that knows the answer. So like I said, I started my animation journey when I was in middle school and taught myself Blender, and a resource like this where you had somebody that actually had been using Blender for decades, like the collective knowledge of all the guys in this server is astronomical. So you should definitely be in here if you want to learn Blender, or if you use Blender at all. These guys would be good to make friends with. So let's invite you guys to this one. Oh, I can change this to a never expiring. Copy the new link. Do SLC Blender user group Discord. The next one is Gogan's Animation Help server, and he does free feedback on animation shots. So if you are just getting in, you want to get some feedback on very specific things, you can share your sync sketch links here, and he'll jump in, or just people from the community can jump in and give each other feedback. And it's a good, right now it's more of that, more people sharing and just trying to help each other. What I do in here, I hang around his server and try to keep the I just kind of moderate this technical animation channel. So if you have rigging issues or like constraint stuff going on in your shot that you need help with, I jump in here and I try to answer questions if I can. So let's add invite. Never copy that link. And Gogan's Animation Help. Gogan has his own YouTube channel where he teaches animation, like he does animation exercises, which are also good to do along with him. And he is an animator at Squanch Games. So, oh, I'm getting. Okay, the last one is Open Door Animation Dailies, and this was created by Lino DiSalvo, who is an ex-Disney animation director, and he does events 3 times a week, and He does on every Tuesday. He does Tuesdays are what are they called? Dailies, shot dailies, where you can post your links, your Sync Sketch links to his dailies channel, and then he'll review those. There, 1 second. Getting a call. Okay, so Tuesdays are the animation dailies, Wednesdays are reel reviews, and Fridays are Q&A. So, where you can ask him anything. And that, did I post that yet? Nope. Lino DeSalvo's Odad, what do they call it? Open Door Animation Dailies. Discord server. All right, so there's the 4 links I posted. I'm gonna put the link to the Club Squamashi server in the description, and you can get to all the rest of them right here. You just click the join button, and if you look in the events channel, this is the link to the calendar I created with the it's a Google Calendar that you can connect to your Google Calendar, and it'll show you when the free animation events are that I'm aware of. So that is everything I wanted to share today. I'll probably edit this down to be a more concise video later, but for now, at least the information's out there and you have access to these servers. So I'm going to sign off. So have a great day and go make awesome stuff. And I don't know how to turn this off, so bear with me for a second. All right, there it is. All right, see ya.